My wife and I flew out to Houston for the Future and Metro Boomin concert at the Toyota Center. Man, that thing was jumping. They had pyro, flashing lights, loud music. It was a great time. But while we were out there, we had to stop by Truth BBQ, which they say is the best barbecue spot in all of Houston. I ordered brisket, the smoked turkey. The brisket was fire, juicy, full of flavor. The smoked turkey was legendary, flavorful, and super moist. I highly recommend it. For my sides, I went with potato salad and macaroni and cheese. The macaroni and cheese was fire. Potato salad was whatever. I can do without it. But what I really wanted was a Tater Tot Casserole. But I couldn't fool with it because it had pork bacon in it. So in this video, I'll be recreating the Tater Tot Casserole using beef bacon and put my twist on it. Watch me work. Alright, these are the ingredients we're going to use to make Truth BBQ in Houston, Texas Tater Tot Casserole. Tater tots, beef bacon, 1 can of Rotel, 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, a half a pound of butter, Cajun seasoning, 2 cups of sour cream, 3 cups of cheddar cheese, 3 cups of pepper jack cheese, green onion, white onion, and a poblano pepper. First thing I'm going to do is bake these tater tots and get them ready to use for the recipe. So I'm going to pour them all on here. I'm going to put them in a 450-degree oven for 30 minutes. While my tater tots are in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and start charring my poblano pepper. And if you don't have a torch to char it, you can always use a stovetop. So don't worry about having a torch. The stovetop works just as well. It may take a little bit longer, but it works just as well. Now that it's charred, I'm going to put it in a container and let the moisture from it being enclosed in the container allow the skin to loosen up and get soft so I can peel all the char off and chop it up. Cut your onion in half, then cut it in slices, then either fine or rough chop. All right, now that my poblano has been sitting for a while, the skin is softened up, and I'm going to scrape all of the char off, and I'm going to start chopping this thing up. So you just scrape the char, all the char off of it. Step to the side, cut the top off, slice this thing open. Take the seeds and the veins out. After you get the veins, the seeds and the veins out, start slicing, chopping this thing up. It doesn't have to be a fine dice because it's a casserole, so you just chop it up how you want to, whether you want to do it fine or a rough chop. Just like that. All right, so now let's cut up this beef bacon so I can render it down. We're gonna use this later to throw into the recipe. All right, so let's render down this bacon. I got my skillet on medium heat. I'll dump this bacon in here. Beef bacon. And start rendering it down. Probably take about 10 or 15 minutes to get it nice and crispy and all the fat to get all the fat rendered down. And while it's getting rendered down, I'm gonna put my splatter screen on here. Stop the grease from popping everywhere. All right, this is what your bacon should look like when it's rendered down. You see all of the fat is gone off of it. No fat hanging around. It's all rendered down into this grease in here. Let me turn my fire off. Move this bacon into my container. Saving this grease. This is a fatty dessert. This ain't, I mean, not dessert. This is a fatty side dish. So you gotta worry about grease. All right, so my tater tots are ready to come out the oven. Let's grab these bad boys. Yep, they look ready. All right, my tater tots are out of the oven. They ready to go. I got everything else already done. So I'm gonna start putting this together. I have my 2 cups of sour cream. Dump that on top of my tater tots. My poblano peppers. My white onions. My rendered down beef bacon. My can of cream of mushroom soup. Can of Rotel. The half a pound of butter, or half a pound of butter. I'm eyeballing this cheese, so I'm gonna do half of the cheese in here. Half of this one. Hit it with some Cajun seasoning to spice it up. Don't be scared to season it. A little bit of salt. Some pepper. Some garlic powder. Let's mix all of this up. Give it a good mix and mix all of these ingredients together so you won't have uneven flavor throughout the casserole. Can't lie, this look good. Can't wait to see how it tastes. I have my cast iron skillet sprayed with olive oil so the ingredients don't stick to the cast iron when they're baking. So I just fill these all up. Then I'll put them in the oven. The oven is on 400. put it in the oven for 35 minutes. In the oven they go. All right, let's see if these things are ready for the second phase to put the cheese on the top and throw them back in. They look ready, nice and bubbly. So I'm gonna take them out. Now that they're out the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and put this extra layer of cheese on the top, final layer. It's gonna be a cheesy dish. All right, put this back in the oven. Let this cheese melt and it's ready to go. All right, my tater tot casseroles are ready. I'm about to start garnishing these things and dive into them and see what they're hitting for. All right, now it's the moment of truth, pun intended. Let's see what this hit for. Nice and cheesy, it's smoking, smells good. This is actually good. Man, dare say something like this, they definitely got something. It's cheesy, it's hecka seasoned. You got a little bit of spice from the Cajun season and the poblano. This is good. Oh my God. If y'all wanna, if you're thinking about trying this recipe, let me know what you think. If you're thinking about trying this recipe, try it. Hit me in the message. If you try this recipe and it has your stamp of approval, if you try this recipe and it has your stamp of approval, hit me in my comments below and let me know. I'm out.